Hey there guys, this is Obsidian Chill. Got another video for you today. And I know I'm kind of playing catch up regarding this, just because I was on vacation, so I didn't get to cover right when it released. But I still wanted to bring you everything surrounding the homecoming event. Now, it is supposed to be coming out in September. They haven't set a date yet, so it could even be this Thursday, who knows. But I do want to bring you at least kind of a preview of what the missions are going to be, feats, I can do the base items and styles, as well as the homecoming alert. So think of this as not as an episode, but this is more just like a seasonal event. So what you're going to do is when the homecoming event comes live, you're going to see an event mission called Homecoming. So it's going to ask you to talk to Starfire.
I'm so excited for the homecoming games and the party. See you there.
And then once you talk to Starfire, we'll get to the vendor moment, but then we'll go to Teen Titans Island. As well, there's also in the phase menu, so if you want to go to the warp menu, it's going to be in here as well. Homecoming event. Now, Teen Titans is a nice change because we haven't seen that since the actual Teen Titans DLC episode with Hive and Machine. Personally, that's one of my favorites. That's probably like my top 3 DLC. Yeah, top 3 is fair. So we get to Teen Titans Island, so most of you should be familiar with this. Now we're going to talk to Starfire. And we're going to get mission menus for Miss Martian and Raven, which give us new marks called prize tickets. So these 2 missions are going to be game on, so there's 3 types of mini games. There's duplicates, but they're scattered all over the island, but there's 3 types of mini games. Then there's the invasion where you're just basically just killing civilians. So we can do the game on ones first and preview those. So we've got the Boulder Bowl and Toss. We've got the Scoot and Booty. And we've got the Shooting Gallery. So those are the 3 types of mini games. Everything else is just duplicates. So if we go back... we'll start with this one. Ironically, this is the one that is a tad bit confusing as well. So, I mean, the point of the game is very simple. I mean, you can also talk to Static and get... Static ends the game. So, we'll get back to that one. But, yeah, if we go to the actual mission frame, it'll tell us what it's going to be. See, interact with Ballista and go green on the icon to start. Play in Shooting Gallery, track down the drones and blast them for credit before they disappear. After the game is started, you can leave the Ballista and interact with Aquaman to end the game early. So popping in here, we've got 2. The arrows will be the ranged attack. 2 will be kind of like a mini explosion for when they get close. This is a 360-degree game. So essentially that's all it is you're destroying the drones. You can't zoom out at all. Now, and there is a cooldown timer on the actual drones themselves. And as you can see, as I'm doing this, I'm getting credit for completing the daily mission for the 50. And there are also some feats tied to this as well. I'll show the feats in a moment, but I think it's just like destroy each type of drone. You're not going to be able to get every single one because the timers are actually pretty short on them. And I believe, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure if you actually failed to kill the drones, then it restarts. That's why there's different tiers of the drones. But I could be wrong on that part. But I mean, really, you're just waiting for the cooldown. Because the number 2 attack is a melee-based one. But either way, then you'll get to the game to 50. Like I said, you can just back out and cancel it early. And eventually it'll end. Now if we go back to the Scoot and Booty one here. So interact with the console with the green go icon to start. Scoot and Booty, you'll get credit when you stand on the green square. And then you'll want to avoid the red squares. After the game is started, you can interact, etc. to end it. Try activating your super movement. So really this happens just to be a game assignment says. It's going to come up on that main screen there where the green squares are, and that's where you have to stand. So I have to stand here. You saw I just got credit. And same thing, I go through this one. This game personally is my favorite. It takes a bit of time. And I think there is a feat for you not getting knocked off the red ones. if you jump, you really don't have the time. Like if I walk to this green one, it's going to be gone before the time I get there. If you jump, it's not going to. You really want to be in movement. And that's all it is. That's all this game is. Just avoid the red one, stay in the green. I didn't get credit for that one because I wasn't fast enough. So you do have to be pretty fast. And they didn't give credit for that one. And then I hit red one. But either way, I mean that's that game. I think that one's much more tedious because the cooldown timer you have between the jumps is very tight.
Let's change you into something a little wilder.
And then we've got this one, which is the boulder toss.
And now just hit the targets with whatever.
There's going to be some targets. One's in the kind of on the bottom. One's going to be in the air. Once they come up here. The same thing. You can throw the fireball, or you can kind of bowl toss it. So the ones that are lower like that, I mean, you can technically throw it, but you don't have to. That one's the bowl. Obviously, that's going to be a fireball. Same thing. I could throw that one. Same thing. I'll touch on the feats after we get out of this. But I mean, it's a neat concept. This kind of is a callback. Well, at least the ballista mission is a callback to I think like Gotham. It's not Gotham Wastelands. It's something when the Gotham under attack. We had to basically take the ballistas and kill some of the like eagles that were flying. So I mean, the whole concept of this homecoming event is to treat it as like a new seasonal. Because I mean, we haven't had a new seasonal per se in like what 11 years. But the Valentine's seasonal was the last one that was kind of unique, and everything else has been the exact same since then. So I think the concept of this one is a more of a callback to the original Valentine's seasonal event, which I mean like 99.9% of you watching this won't remember. Because that one had like jumping puzzles, that one had games associated with it. I mean, people didn't like the games, and you know, some of it was just with like how the games were basically recalled, but that's it is. But it's certainly, it's a unique change. So now we can touch on that second mission, which is basically just invasion. It's on the other side of the island. And these ones, all you're doing is defeating targets at that point until you get up to the 30. So this one's more like a typical mission we're used to. So, I mean, the game's one, there's still limited ways to earn the prize tickets, and a lot of the accessories in the vendor, which I'll show, are tied to the reward, the prize tickets. So it's one of those things where, you know, you don't really have much of a choice. You're still going to be doing each day. So, I mean, we don't know how long the homecoming event's going to run. I'm assuming it's going to be a month, because they wouldn't do it like a 2 to 3 week thing just for like a brand new seasonal like this. But at least the invasion side of the mission goes pretty quickly. And then that's it. We've completed the daily missions. Now we can go back. And like I said, the games are all over the island. They're just the same 3 missions. So just because obviously you're going to have issues with like multiple players doing the same games at once.
Yes, Blackfire's minions aren't going to ruin our homecoming. Dealing with exile sucks. Thanks for being there for Starfire.
So that gives us the daily missions completed. Now it's going to want us to do an update from Ms. Martian, which is going to be then tying us into the actual alert. So touching on the feats, there's a brand new tab for that in seasonal events, homecoming. So we've got ironically, the death-defying title is for a seasonal alert, no death feat. So that's an interesting title to choose for that kind of thing. 111 Tamaranean invaders without defeating any of the Tamaranean ads. Defeat Blackfire without any player getting hit. 50 Titan drones, 33 targets, 76 civilians. Each carnival game. Get bounced out of 10 carnivals started by players. Acquire the accessory, 10 base items. And then complete the collection. And in terms of the actual vendor prices, I mean, I'll touch on this video in the actual styles. I'll do like a separate video for that, just so that this one's not too long. But as you can see here, we got accessories. That's going to be obviously the collection node for the rare ones. Hairstyles, crown, carnival booths, scoot and booty panels. So it's all tied to the games that we just saw. And then we've got fried butter, which is a 5% damage bonus. We got caramel apple, which is healing bonus, and funnel cake, which is obviously the health. So it's kind of revamped seasonal cookies. And then the ticket tokens is for you can trade them in later. Most people should have their tokens and merit feats. Actually, tokens and merit feats got a lot harder now that Marks of Triumph aren't there. So this is the open world. This is the daily missions. We just saw the feats. And now let's touch on the alert.